In 2019, a new bill was introduced in Portland, Oregon to allow students to take mental health days from school in order to take care of their mental wellness. With parental approval, students could be given a break in order to collect themselves and come back to school refreshed for a new day. This sparked conversations about mental wellness all across TV shows, with doctors like Dr. Judy Ho on the Doctor's YouTube channel saying that critically, this day acts to prevent students from burning out and allows them an opportunity to address their mental wellness. Hey there, this is Jeremiah from Project OMOW, a mental wellness initiative that hopes to build a supportive community with you, the viewers. So as a student in Singapore that does not have access to this idea of a mental wellness, mental health day, how do we go about utilizing this? I do not personally think that this day would come to fruition in Singapore anytime soon, but we at Team OMOW believe that there are aspects that we can replicate between our time from school and home to hopefully take charge of our personal mental wellness. The concept of a mental wellness day was first initiated by a group of students. One of the students was Hailey Hardcastle, a high school student from Portland, Oregon. She and a group of students had noticed the increasing impact of mental wellness and the lack of personal mental wellness among their friends, and she also noted that the second leading cause of death for 18-year-olds, basically students her age, was suicide. Determined to make a change, the group of students came together and reached out to organizations to hopefully submit a bill to their government in order to have this mental wellness. It got approved, and the idea works that on some days when students feel like they need time away from school to catch up or to take care of themselves, with parental approval, they can write into the school to give themselves mental wellness days. And on these days, students have detailed plans on what they aim to do for themselves to hopefully benefit themselves, and if this happens at a too high a rate, their school counselors will reach out to them to ensure that they are alright. So although we don't have specific mental wellness days in Singapore, our team believes that there are ways that you can replicate this. Now, firstly, the obvious solution would be to use holidays and the weekends, but the problem is, this isn't determined by us and how we feel, but by the rise and fall of the sun each day. The most common periods that we feel we can fall back on is the travel time to school. Typically, on average, students take about 30 minutes to travel to school each day. This becomes a very reliable and dependable way and time in each day to take back and just focus on ourselves. As to what we should do during these periods of time, it's entirely dependent on what allows yourself to take a break from what's around you. So this could be reading a book, listening to music, or just sitting there without focusing on the world around you and just dozing off in the train. The key here is to allow ourselves to unplug from the world for a minute, to take away from the high refresh rates of Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and just focus on ourselves. Now, there's no actual way that we can give you advice on what you should do because this is entirely personal, but we have left some resources right here that you can check out on what experts advise that you could possibly do, or ways that you can seek out to find out what you should do. And with that, we hope that introducing to you the concept of the mental health days really helped to spark a conversation within yourself on things that we can do to ensure that we keep up our own mental wellness. Thank you for sticking to the end. The goal of Team OMOW is to build a supportive community that helps one another in our own personal mental wellness journey. We run an Instagram page that hopes to share stories from the community about their personal mental wellness journey, and hopefully through the shared wisdom of the crowd, help benefit one another. Do check out that page. Thank you for watching. From Team OMOW to you, goodbye.